Hello everybody. Today's topic of discussion is on abnormal morphology of human RBC. So this is part 1 of this video. So friends, what is abnormal morphology? When RBC changes its shape, then it is called abnormal morphology of RBC. Generally mature RBC is in normal condition a round, flattened disc-like structure that are thinner in the middle portion than edges. So this is the normal structure or the normal morphology, external morphology of the human RBC, that it should be round, flattened disc-like structure. But a poikilocyte means RBC with abnormal morphology is an abnormally shaped RBC. This may be teardrop shaped, sickle shaped, irregularly contracted, or different types of shapes. Means whatever the shape, it is not matched with the normal external morphology of the RBC. Means it is not flattened disc-like structure. It is not thinner in the middle portion than the edges. It's not like round in shape, which we usually see in case of the normal morphology of RBC. Now, generally, poikilocytes are referred to an increase in abnormal RBC of any shape variations when they constitute 10% or more of the total population of RBC. Means when we will say that the RBC is changing its morphology, when these poikilocytes or this RBC with the abnormal morphology will constitute almost 10% of the total population that is present in the population of RBC that is present in the blood. So regarding the types and the causes of the poikilocytes or the abnormal morphology, one cause is RBC membrane abnormalities. So if the membrane of the RBC is not constituted with the normal contents, then we can see the appearance of the poikilocytes named acanthocytes, codocytes, echinocytes, elliptocytes, spherocytes, stomatocytes, drepanocytes, degmacytes. So these are some poikilocytes which appears due to the RBC membrane abnormalities. So there is another cause of appearance of the poikilocytes, that is the trauma, and those cells are called semilunar bodies, then keratocytes, then microspherocytes, then dacrocytes, then pyropoikilocytes, then cystocytes. So these are the variations of poikilocytes appears due to several reasons, some due to trauma and some due to RBC membrane abnormalities. So first of all, we will study about those poikilocytes which appears due to the membrane abnormalities. Now this acanthocytes, you can see these are acanthocytes, okay, this type of cells, and these are normal RBC. So you can easily compare that this shape is not like the normal RBC, so this is called poikilocytes, and the variety is acanthocytes. Now these acanthocytes are also known as spike cells or the spar cells, SPUR, spar cells. So they have coarse, variable sized crenations. Now what is crenations? It's an object having scalloped edge, means the edge you can see it's not smooth, horny type, resembles like multi-pointed stars. You can see these cells are also called spike cells due to spiked cell membrane. So these are spikes, for that reason it's called spiked cell. These cells are usually found in severe cirrhosis, means of liver, or pancreatitis. So in the case of the diseases associated with the liver and the pancreas, we can see this. But I can refer specifically to abetalipoproteinemia. It's a disorder that interferes with the normal absorption of fat and fat-soluble vitamins from the food. So we all know that fat is one of the main components of the RBC membrane. So if there is a problem in the metabolism of the fat or the absorption of the fat, so definitely there will be a problem in the membrane components. So acanthocytes arise from either alteration in the membrane lipids or structural protein. Alteration of membrane lipids are seen in abetalipoproteinemia. Just now we have crossed through that it is a disorder that infers with the normal absorption of fat. So fat absorption is disturbed in this case, and liver dysfunction. In abetalipoproteinemia, there is a deficiency of protein and vitamin E, which causes abnormal RBC morphology. So this is acanthocytes. Next comes the podocytes. You can see these are the normal RBCs and these are podocytes. These are podocytes. So in optical microscopy, podocytes appears with a dark center. You can see a dark center surrounded by a white ring. Dark center surrounded by white ring, followed by dark outer ring. This is the dark outer ring. So dark center followed by a white ring, that is followed by a dark outer ring containing a band of hemoglobin. That means hemoglobin is just shifting in the periphery. It's not in the center. Due to their thinness, they are also called leptocytes. Podocytes are also called target cells. So what are the other names of podocytes? Leptocytes and target cells. These cells are characterized by a disproportional increase in the ratio of surface membrane area to the volume. So area is to volume ratio. It is due to either increased RBC surface area or a decreased intracellular hemoglobin content. So both can happen, or either or. In vivo means within the blood vessels, they appear bell-shaped. It is associated with conditions like liver disease. So both acanthocytes and podocytes are related with the liver disease. Alpha and beta thalassemia, it's very much seen in the thalassemia patient. Hemoglobin C disease, iron deficiency anemia, post-splenectomy condition, etc. So in this video we have gone through two particular poikilocytes which occurs due to the difficulty in the membrane structure of the RBC. So in the next video we will study about the other poikilocytes, either due to the difficulties in the membrane or due to trauma. So here are some questions. All the answers are given in the video and you have to answer this by yourself. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and on the notification to get the notification of the daily uploaded new educational videos. So long. Bye bye.